You're,
Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and Friends, and we're playing Grit,
Rip.
where we left off last time. Tulak brought everyone back to where he had got a bayonet. The surplus store, where he saw the man dangling and kicking, fighting for his life, decided not to save him. In last episode prior to that. But they took him down from the rope that he was dangling from. And let's see here. They attempted a seance. Didn't really do that great. Got one answer from the one breath that came out of the cadaver. Jade searched the place and pretty much ransacked and got a whole bunch of goodies. Found like a hidden ledger,
all the things.
a trap,
$300 worth.
yeah, a trap door in the back to an attic. Cedric noticed that Jeremiah was running around, so Cedric and Frederick ran out and found him hanging from a rope, and Frederick fired, barely missing the rope. So Cedric ran back in and got Tulax, which ran back out, and they cut him down, and Jeremiah was in pretty bad shape. And after saving him, they went back up into the attic, and they were trying to find out what exactly was going on, to no avail. It's about 3 p.m. You guys have dropped Jeremiah off in the hotel. Cedric is sitting there kind of awkwardly and creepily, I'm guessing on purpose, kind of watching him over like the over his book like this as he's reading. At least that's the way I'm imagining there, Cedric.
Or he's reading to him.
Oh my god.
Look at the turning the pages.
Oh, he's just...
I'm definitely not reading to it. I don't want to be like that.
Okay. Just as a reminder to you, Frederick and Cedric, you did want to help Tulak with his date at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'm taking priority over Jeremiah.
Okay. Okay.
Because I don't want him to die, you know.
Yeah, I would say the date's probably canceled on account of murder. So.
Okay. Well, what you have just left the sheriff's office after your wonderful conversation with Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
Finding out that he had a lockpick and he was just getting out and messing with things.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
I threatened to kill him, and he said, okay.
You
Yep.
did shoot his leg.
Yep.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
you have been noticing that like it was actually mayhem when you're in the sheriff's office, but you're stepping out and things are from like the Rojas house. You can tell that it's quieter from there, and it's like kind of sweeping your way, and you actually see Javier walking from the house, and people see him and they just seem to just calm right down.
Is he walking, like, to us?
Definitely straight to the sheriff's office. But you guys kind of, like, you would just explain that you kind of left there, so it's your choice if you go to him or whatever. So I just want to let you know that you noticed that. Frederick, I don't recall, I think you were with them?
When?
At the sheriff's office? I believe so, because you...
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So do you guys go to him, or do you just kind
Wherever you
of,
go.
like, what's your guys' goal?
It's, like, slightly sinister. Every time you're around, something bad happens to me. I would go to Javier.
Javier? Okay. He doesn't look super chipper at the moment. If you open your mouth, he actually just goes like this, and points directly to the sheriff's office, and he doesn't give you eye contact and walks straight there.
I'm gonna venture to say he doesn't want to talk right now.
Well, you roll an insight.
Maybe he wants to talk secretly.
What the heck did my insight
I think it's
do?
in intelligence. Oh,
Awareness.
actually, no, it's awareness. Oh.
Okay, I see it now. I was like, I know I have 2 successes.
Okay, you're guessing he doesn't want to talk in the streets.
Okay, so then...
Just because, he did
Well-
point.
Well, with that, then I will
Okay.
go in.
All right. Before you get in there, you hear kind of like things moving around, and there's the cells, and there is another room in there, and he kind of goes straight to that, and the sheriff, you can see he's like wiping his eyes. Do you need anything? No. Just send them in. Yes, sir. Just go.
Okay, well, I would do as I was told.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd nod courteously to the sheriff.
Okay. Frederick, do you go in too, or do you kind of stay out with the? Okay.
Yeah, I look like a boy who got sent to the principal's office.
Yeah.
All three of us
I know,
Morgan warriors are like,
I feel like we're all like shuffling in awkward, like we're all like really
Yep.
close together too, because we're trying.
Well, you guys
"Well,
are
it's awkward
wrecked.
because he doesn't know to be awkward.
You guys are
You've got
wrecked.
stab wounds and I've got some.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. I was stabbed just like an hour ago.
Less than that.
Yeah.
Like-
I don't know who did that, honestly.
Yeah. So he's seated at a desk, and you haven't been in this room. It actually looks like what should be the sheriff's office, but it looks like it's actually more like Javier's.
Makes sense.
So, what happened in town?
She like very obviously turns to Jane to let her do the talking.
Well, I don't even know how I would explain that to him, to be honest with you.
Oh, I could explain it.
Take it away, Frederick.
Take it away, Frederick.
Oh, God. Okay, so Frederick, seeing that nobody else is speaking up at all, steps forward and goes, "Well, you see, sir, there was a portal to another dimension that opened up via one of your civilians' chests and happened to break through a demon from another plane that had been using the other civilians that had been killing, the ones getting their eyes stabbed out, them as a source of power. And upon reaching, probably coalescing a pinnacle of them, it did that. And it wasn't good. And a prostitute turned into like a spider lady. I can't explain it. But we fixed the problem.
I will
Understood.
second
We'll
what
have a
Frederick
nice day.
says and say that it could have been much worse, and we were able to save off much worse damage, and we are very sorry for what has happened, even though it was not our fault.
I also
Wow.
shot Jerry for trying to escape.
Why would you ask?
That's just.
I'm helping.
Number one, we had requested that you wouldn't talk to the citizens about the issues. It's come to our attention that was brought to them directly. Looked like the town almost was on the verge of a riot. Did hear about additional suicides and a horrific murder and a strange incident. But you said you have it taken care of. So no more suicides or murders?
Tulak looks very pointedly at Frederick and Jade.
So who is doing the murders? Like, you said it was a demon, but I'm guessing that they just don't do that on their own.
Right.
So who is summoning this demon?
A hat maker had a spirit that would hang over her and would use the victims of domestic violence as scions for her power. So maybe not necessarily the old hat maker lady, but surely the spirit that was following her.
Okay.
Which ultimately the problem could get resolved if you just were more vigilant and were helpful toward domestic violence. Not you as an individual, but perhaps the culture of the town. Understand, sir?
Wow.
So, are you saying that whoever comes into our town, we need to test and make sure that they're not doing these things? Is that what you're saying?
That is a good step. It's a good step, but I don't believe that it would fully end the situation.
I'm trying to figure out how we can do that.
Harsher penalties and toward people who do that, and then towards the victims, more I'm looking for a word. It's not reward, but it is compensation.
Compensation. Okay. We make sure that widows or those that these situations are found out, that they are taken care of. They don't pay rent or anything. And the men that are found out usually have a stern talking to in the mines. So the situation is not handled, or is it? Are we going to have more individuals with their eyes missing and more people just hanging themselves?
It's not my expertise for a lot of this, but I can tell you that those that were allegedly hanging themselves, allegedly is too big of a word, those that were hanging themselves, or so we thought, actually were not hanging themselves, and we're working a lead that suggests there is someone or something else involved in that, not the two matters are unrelated. So I can tell you with some degree of certainty, unless my friends here say otherwise, that the hangings still need to be worked further, and I will let my friends speak with their expertise to the other matter.
Okay. Okay. Do I need to handle the hat maker, or are you?
I will do whatever you or Jade think is best.
I asked a question.
Okay, so I don't think the hat maker needs to be killed. This is outside of us talking.
This is not roleplay.
Yeah, this is not roleplay.
This is above table?
Yeah, this is above table
okay,
right now. But I also don't know how to address this at this time, so we're like, get out of town.
Well, that might trigger the
I
ghost.
don't
So
have
we
enough
might just...
information.
We could take the Hat Maker.
For a long walk in this countryside.
A false chili field.
But would that like anger the spirit that's been like? I'm worried that it's not
Who
gone.
cares at this point?
Well, we're all like down bad right now, so I'd like to buy a hat.
I'm just glad Cedric's not here for this conversation.
True. So I guess.
Maybe we need to find out more about what happened with her. Maybe, I don't know.
Well, the problem is he's asking if we need to take care of her, or if he's gonna take care of her.
If someone's going to, it should probably be us. I don't know if he's equipped to handle if this ghost comes back. Plus, it would be really fun to play that out if it goes crazy.
Perhaps we ask how he wants it handled.
That's a good idea,
That's
Frederick.
a great idea.
Kill them all.
But he did ask us, and he's looking for us to have some initiative. We're not being very reassuring right now.
Just reminding you guys, he just brought up that they had requested very few things. Number one, don't tell the town about the suicides or the murders.
We told them both.
Yep. And don't make a big scene. Just...
I could kill the hat lady.
No, we'll take the Hat Lady and we will bring her back to
We'll take her out back.
Talon's Trail. I got it written down.
Yep, it's Talon's Trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone needs to invent the silencer.
That's a job for you, Cedric. Alright, I guess you can tell we'll take care of her.
We will handle the hat maker discreetly.
Okay. What about the hangings, whatever is happening there? You said you have a lead?
I still have the rope on my person, so...
Wow. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I would present the wackly braided rope, and I would just show him and kind of explain, like, what we saw on the roof.
Okay.
And then...
I'll chime in and say, I think it would be a good idea to have some sentries, perhaps a sheriff and deputies, on the roofs periodically, just to keep an eye out, because it seems like whatever this person or thing is traversing on the rooftops.
Yeah.
It would just be, for good measure, just to keep an extra eye out. Discreetly.
Okay. Oh, Sebastian. he kind of walks in with his hat off, and like, you know, when you sweat like really bad, and you can tell that he like wiped his head and the hair is like sticking straight up and he doesn't know in that spot. Yeah, yes, sir. He's you're going to set up a periodic time where your deputies and yourself are going to be staying up and making sure nothing is traversing the roofs at night. But don't worry, my family has our little group too that'll help at night. And at that, whoever wants to roll an insight.
Probably not me. I'm gonna be honest with you, T-Log's not that bright.
Okay.
I'll assist you if you want it.
I had 2 successes. Do I need...
That's more than enough. You can see in Sebastian's eyes that he actually looks kind of scared that was offered.
Ooh, okay.
We've got to meet these guys, because it's definitely not us.
It's definitely not us.
So we get to do more work to help you. Fantastic. So your lead is you think that this thing does things with ropes, is jumping rooftop to rooftop, or however it's doing it, and hanging people. Do you know how it's choosing people? Do you know anything?
We have been working one case at a time, And so our angle previously was to try and prevent any catastrophes. And so because of that, we were able to cut the one that started off very quickly. But as a result, we have not yet worked the suicides very thoroughly. So that is our next objective.
We were able to smoke it out from where we believe its dwelling place was.
That's also correct.
And where was that?
The
general store.
The general store. The back
Okay.
of the general store had a hidden door with an attic space.
Okay.
And roof access as well.
Okay. There are multiple buildings that were built many years ago that were not finished per se, but just finished quickly. I
Would it
believe
be-
that was one of them.
Would it be possible to get the locations of these other buildings so we could investigate?
I'll have to check our records, of course. We tried to keep tabs on things, but as you've heard before, 5 years ago we did have a fire. We did lose a lot, more than just physical things. So, I'll be talking to my family tonight about this. But please, no more scenes. Because I doubt it's necessary. It's hard enough to keep our townfolk happy. It's expensive, but we want our people taken care of. Frederick, I just remember you're carrying around a sack of skulls.
I just remembered that too. Yes,
Yeah.
you grabbed the bag of skulls.
Yeah, you did.
What?
Yeah.
The evidence.
What if-
The evidence
I
from
just
the-
thought you weren't going to bring it up because it was creepy, so I didn't say anything.
When did I grab a what?
From where the scary thing
yeah,
was.
that the demon had
yeah.
kept.
That
yeah,
bad
but
guy.
I would have dropped that because there's no way that. I mean, unless it was small, there's no way I would have carried that all the way because I was carrying the Lady of Death.
Well, no, it was after you grabbed it.
Yeah, it was
it
at
was
the very
after.
end. You grabbed it.
Yeah. As you were leaving
Was
that
it
room.
in the attic?
No, not the attic. It was in where the guy's chest was ruptured open. It was Lady Death accidentally showed you all the horrible things that he had done. It was like 20 skulls.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's like a donkey full.
Upon realizing this, I will explain that to him.
So there's a man in town that has been killing women. Okay. And the man on top of Jezebel's palace, no one actually knows where he came from. Or who he was. Will you bring that to Edmund, or do I need to have him fetch it?
Should.
Okay. We want them to have a proper burial.
Agreed.
This is a horrible, horrible week.
As all of us are like beaten, battered, and just.
As a note, tonight we are doing night blasting, so if you hear any of that.
Do you do night blasting on a regular basis?
Kind of every other week. We do once. We just try to do it. And we actually, usually we make kind of a celebration so people are enjoying time in the streets. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that tonight.
Probably.
But we'll still do that because that's according to the schedule. So yeah, I don't believe tonight my family will have you over for dinner, but possibly tomorrow night if you'd want to, hopefully with more answers. Or we'll just be in touch about that. He just stands up and just kind of...
Thank you.
Wish I could say the same.
You guys are not very reassuring.
Well, part of me wanted
Poor guy's
to be
like, I wasted so much money.
Well, part of me wanted to be like, we came here with absolutely no information besides people dying, so we got here, we're like...
We worked it out pretty good. It could have been a lot worse.
They never found out, and we did within a day.
Yeah.
So we're effective.
It was 2 days.
Yeah. I definitely will be bringing that up in our next conversation if it goes like that, but I was trying to be respectful so we don't get run out of town.
We saved your entire town.
You next time there's a demon lady running around,
I'll just call you.
people, you know what? we
I'll just
won't
call
intervene.
your people. No.
We won't intervene.
You can't say too much.
We're just kidding. Okay, so do you want me to kill the old lady or what?
Oh my gosh.
Why don't you lower your voice?
Do you want me to kill the old lady or what?
Lady. She's not sweet, I know.
Why don't we go begin walking over to her shop and then we'll...
I can do it quick and quiet.
How about we sedate her?
Well, here's the...
Caleb, you're not with them. You're reading your book, but it's
I
a good
know.
idea. It is a good idea.
The ghost of Cedric calls out.
The spirit of Cedric, we
here's-
hear it in the wind.
No matter what we do, we have to find a way to get the body out of town. If she is
Okay,
unconscious or dead.
so we are for real killing her?
No, even if she's unconscious. Like, if you just want me to bonk her or if we want to get some medication or what. But, like, we're going to have to... If we want it to be discreet, we can't just carry her body out of the town. Especially for night
Well,
blasting,
I
because
mean-
people will be walking around.
Not tonight. He said they weren't celebrating.
Well, still, we don't want to risk it. Do we want to regroup with everybody and have this discussion?
We should probably do that.
Cool.
Let's head back to the hotel.
Check
then.
on our amigo.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going back to the hotel.
Yep.
Okay.
Sharpen my knife as I walk.
Oh dear.
I'm just kidding. I would not do that.
Okay, so you're going to the hotel. Jeremiah has not moved a whole bunch. He's been out just sleeping. Cedric, what were you reading?
Better?
What was I reading?
Yeah.
A very outdated book of the anatomy, physiology, and kinesiology of corpses.
Okay. All right.
It's a book.
Which
that
is just, I
Buddy
guess, human
London
bodies, but they're
invented.
dead.
That would be a great book. Gets Jeremiah to wake up and look at.
or like an embalming book.
Please don't tell me you brought me back.
It's very outdated, so it's like I think the gallbladder had to do something with, I don't know, magical powers or something.
Oh, have you actually seen any of the original drawings where they thought that the stomach was like a stove?
Yep.
Yes.
And then the reason they had courses, and the king had to finish with certain things to make sure that the fire in the stove was taken care of.
Let's go back to those days. Those were great.
Oh.
No.
For
they
the
weren't.
king only.
No, actually, is not.
It was not good for anybody.
Well, my ancestors. Okay. Well, except for when they got caught and how we got over to this country. It wasn't good. Okay, so you all are in Jeremiah's room.
Yeah. Well, I guess we just catch
Oh.
Cedric up.
And Frederick, you're still carrying the bag now.
Well, I'll just. I feel like they can speak for me. I'll go to Edmund's place,
Okay.
and I will deliver the skulls.
Okay, cool. We got 2 scenes. Awesome. All right.
Wait.
So, let's actually start with you, Frederick. You walk into
Okay.
the Undertaker office. It's like totally empty, and it's pretty dark except a light farther down in the facility.
Okay. I'll knock on a wall and go, Edmund, are you here?
Should have brought me with you. This is creepy.
It's a very long silence.
Goes back out.
I will look at the roof.
Step out.
Are you going outside?
No. I mean, like, I'm gonna look. Well, yes, I am gonna look at the roof outside before.
Okay. So you set the. Are you carrying the bag like that? I just want to visualize it.
Leaning over the rope.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it inside.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go outside.
Okay. I'm not even gonna have you roll. It's he has like it's almost looks like a tri-level. How tall his building is.
Wow.
And you're like, okay. And there are steps on the side, kind of like an exit to get out. And does not seem like there's anything up there. Do you want to circle around the whole building?
Yeah, just a quick one. See if the building's actually finished on the roof.
Okay. Yeah. His building is immaculate. It's well taken care of.
Okay.
In a town that big, and especially with all the deaths, he's pretty well paid.
Okay, got it.
Roll it.
I'm gonna go back inside then,
Okay. Still quiet.
and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna call out his name and knock on the wall.
Okay. You hear a. And you see him coming out of the back room holding a wooden crate.
Mm-hmm.
Why, hello. He sets the crate down. How may I be of service?
He's going to
Hello there, Edmund. It's good to see you again.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you, Frederick.
I bring some bad news, but
Oh no.
I know. Anyway, I won't go into the gruesome details, but I just happen to have brought a bag of human skulls that
What?
need properly taken care of, properly buried, and laid to rest.
You might mention that Javier sent you.
They're not mine. Javier sent me to you.
They were Javier's.
No, but I can see how you'd think that. They were each individually someone at one point in time,
Ask Javier.
That's usually.
and then one specific person owned them all, and he was a
Own?
brutal man.
Just tell him to ask Javier.
Anyway, so I don't know who they belong to,
I
They
love
just-
Frederick.
but they're
So
yours now. So
They They're your responsibility.
So am I to inter them with an unmarked grave, or what?
Ask Javier.
You know, probably individual unmarked graves, very, very loving and painstakingly made, that I know you would absolutely do.
Tell him to ask Javier.
So he like he looks. Oh. I guess I'll be busy. Could you bring this to Cedric for me? And he pushes the crate.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. And I grab the crate. Does it like jingle?
There's something in there. You can definitely feel that there's something. It doesn't jingle.
Oh.
It's a puppet.
Would you mind if I look inside? I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm curious.
I had nailed it shut. I didn't want to drop it.
I understand. This is a wonderful present. I'll make sure that he gets it.
And it
Yeah,
does.
this is a besties thing. Back off.
You have to forgive me. I thought it was more sarsaparilla.
Oh, I can get you more. I'll have some sent tonight after I'm done.
Oh, is it the
Please.
sarsaparilla?
Okay.
In the box?
Thank you so much, Edmund.
But I think that's what he said.
You're welcome, and have a wonderful night. He's like he doesn't know how to grab the bag to be appropriate.
Just kind of throw him on my shoulder.
Santa Claus, that thing.
So like as you turn out of the peripheral of your one eye, you see him grab one of the skulls, and he's like, It's just gonna be one at a time.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
So, you guys are in the room. I'm guessing you. I'll just kind of say that you.
Caught Cedric up, basically.
Yep, catch Cedric up. And Jeremiah's eyes opening. That did not sound pleasant.
It wasn't.
He brings out his pocket watch. Looks like you could still make your date.
I think we've got other priorities, and I'm gonna tap his leg.
You're gonna miss out on your date.
It sounds like we need to solve some suicides, is what it sounds like. That's the only reason that I'm not gonna go on this date. We've got to work to do.
Well, you should at least tell her that you're not going to make it.
I agree. It's rude not to tell her.
We should send a messenger. That's definitely positively certain.
Why don't you just
Send
go
her
tell
a text.
Well, it would, what are we talking about again, exactly?
her? Why don't you go tell her you can't make it?
She's probably busy.
Waiting on her date with you.
Tulok, you are not being a gentleman. That is not the way to go. You have to be
Frankly,
kind
you're
to
being
everyone.
quite rude.
Rude.
Fine. I will find her.
I
I
will
will
drag
tell her.
you by the ear if I have to.
I don't know that you can reach my ear, Cedric.
It will hurt even more because I have to bend you down to grab your ear and then drag you.
I will go.
And it will be the metal hand,
go
not
tell
the
her.
I'm gonna go
regular
tell her right
hand.
now. I'll go
And then
right
come
now.
back.
All right. I'll be right. When I come back, I have a plan for the old lady.
Sounds good.
Okay, so as you're kind of going down, you're seeing Frederick carrying the crate up to the room.
Whatever's in that.
This is for you.
Hang on, Frederick. Can I say a one-liner before? As I see Frederick, as I see you walk by, I'm gonna go. I wish I was in that box.
If you don't tell her, I'll put you in that box.
I'm already left.
Actually, Cedric, this box is for you.
Oh, well, thank you. I didn't know you liked me that much.
Well, I mean, I do, but this is from Edmund.
Oh. Okay. I will just go put this in the room, I guess.
You're not gonna open
Sure.
it?
I mean, it's nailed shut, so I don't know if it needs to be preserved or opened up right away. I mean, it's from Edmund, so...
Should I open? I can't. I want to open this, but I also want to see what happens with Tulok. It's getting juicy.
What's happening with Tulok?
Well, he didn't want to tell the girl that he is canceling the date because of all things going on. But me and Jade were like, no, that is not very gentlemanlike. You have to tell them. You cannot.
Yeah,
leave
that
them
would be
standing.
very good.
Exactly.
Especially because those kind of things portrayed through another individual can seem very...
Jade's like, I
rude.
imagine she's just sitting in the corner.
Exactly. You know what? I'm just gonna take the box with me.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
well,
you're
I'm
going.
just gonna...
Wait,
I'm
you're.
gonna check on Jeremiah then.
Wait, where are you taking the box?
Wait. If you're going to check on Jeremiah, just put the box in there, and I'll come back for it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to take it with you.
Well, I mean, I want to see what. I don't know anymore.
Okay, I'll take the box.
My
too.
life is a
Sorry.
lie. Thank you very much.
It'll be ready for you when you get back.
Put a little bow on it to make it feel special.
No, it actually
yeah.
it did have a black bow. Sorry.
Oh, sweet!
Yeah.
I will open it when I get back. I have to make sure Tulok does the gentleman thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Tulok, let her down nicely.
Oh, he's gone. He
I'm
already
gone.
went.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah.
Cedric, make sure he lets her down nicely.
I will try.
You know he's a heartbreaker.
I know. It's not fair. I'll teach him the old-fashioned discipline if he doesn't.
My only romantic experience was to give
you gonna
a soul
spank
to an
him?
axe.
Sure. I have a metal hand.
Oh.
She likes hoping he gets hung.
So,
Does he?
so you're like kind of. I'm guessing you're kind of mopily walking to
Yeah,
Jezebel's
really
palace.
slowly walking.
Well, fast enough. He would walk at his normal pace until he sees the building at
Okay.
Jezebel's palace, and then I'm assuming that's where she would be.
Yep.
And so, then once he sees that, he would probably like pace back and forth outside of it, trying to figure out the words to say.
Okay. So if you're gonna pace outside the building, you're gonna see Cedric just trying to catch up.
And when I see him coming, I'm going to turn around and bolt into the building and say, whatever's going to happen can only be worse if people are watching.
Okay. And she is right there and dolled up.
Oh, and I still look like I've been in a fight because I have.
Yeah.
You can't cancel. I take it back. Not like that. You can't cancel.
Hi.
And she just goes right up to you and grabs your arms. Like, are you okay?
You know, I don't actually know. It's been a day.
Oh, well, tell me all about it. I hope I can make it better.
Well, here's, the unfortunate... I was told, I can't tell you about it. If you didn't live in this town, I could tell you about it. But because you live here, I don't want to get anyone scared of what's going on and tell them.
Well, we don't have to talk around other people.
What does that mean?
You could go up.
Oh, I'll show you.
That's curse.
This is getting better and better.
Okay.
You're brought upstairs, man.
Oh no! I'm gonna stop at the top of the stairs and go, there's no food up here?
Oh, we could have that brought down. Hey, and she just like she just went back.
This is a good Valentine's Day episode.
Yep.
You know, one time I literally hunted a bear, and I was more confident than this.
Where's Jade? Is
I don't
Cedric
even.
next to Jade?
I can imagine Cedric's like at the bottom
No,
of the stairs.
Jade's still with Jeremiah.
Yeah.
But I'm just...
Oh, I thought she
It's
went.
literally just me.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
yeah.
him.
Pounced on.
Okay. I'm nearby, but I'm not like up there. I'm
Okay,
still,
are you
like,
trying to?
outside the
Are you
building.
like hiding in the crowd?
Yeah.
You just look.
Just roll me a
you just
stealth. I wanna see how good this
I
is.
look around.
I'm trying to be conspicuous, but very obvious.
Okay,
I
so
don't even know if I want to roll a stealth. I want to just be very blatantly obvious.
I will consider that like you are choosing to fail a roll. You get a fortune point.
Yeah.
You earned a fortune point for that, and
Way to
so
go, bud.
you like turn because you're like, oh, you just want to go down, but she grabs your arm, and then you just see him. Literally, like, there's like he's standing by like a plant, and like he's tapping it with his right hand. He's like, just not, just like petting this plant, and you're just like, and look,
What's
are you giving him like a thumbs up or something like that, or Cedric?
I think it's like I give him like a shrug or whatever because I'm like, I thought you were gonna break it off.
I'm gonna give him this helpless, like, I'm trying.
Whatever the hand signal for roll with it is, I try to do that.
Like I just like this. Go.
Yeah.
I just imagine back at like, I'm just like reading a book and Jeremiah's like sound asleep,
Yep.
just real quiet.
Do I have time to run back to the hotel?
It all matters on how. There's some interesting rolls that could possibly happen. So yeah. So if if you want to roll, if that's what you're gonna do, you're like, go. You run back. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna run back to the hotel.
okay.
I've got juicy news.
Okay. So do you follow her to the room that she's bringing you to?
So what does it look like up here? Is it like a series of rooms? Is there a lot of traffic? What's it look like?
There's a lot of traffic. There's,
He's gonna grab her hand and
but she's pointing to the room that actually the door is ajar, and you can actually see there's already a table set up with like flowers in the center.
Oh, you can sit there and talk to her.
Oh.
okay. Tulak will just kind of very cautiously, like, have you ever seen a cow at a new gate? That's about what this looks like.
Oh,
Very cautiously, make sure the door does not close behind him. And I'm assuming she's sit down. Oh, he'll probably pull the chair for her. He'll try to be a gentleman. He'll pull the chair for her, but he'll leave the door open.
she's like, I'm not gonna have you roll, but she feels very uncomfortable with the door being open. That's just a.
Oh.
And then he's gonna put his hair back, like, and very slowly sit down and go, you look lovely tonight.
Are you being persuasive or deceptive?
Persuasive for sure.
Roll me one.
I just want all of you to know my persuade's very high at a 7. So, how many fails have I got?
Is that a 1?
No, it's a 10. I got 1 success with a 7.
Okay. Wow. she's gets like beet red.
Oh, shucks.
Tulak's like, oh, okay.
Maybe this ain't so bad. No.
I'm not too bad at this.
Thank you for the time and consideration you put into this evening. I'm sorry I'm not a little more, good at this kind of thing, but at least I'm trying, right?
Yeah. The meal should be. You hear like footsteps, and there's like a platter brought in by that guy with the. That's all decked out and all just like gives you a wink. And they're and so she actually is given like a pretty darn big like ribeye. Like
Huh.
yep. And you're given like the same. So actually like a really
Probably the
expensive
nicest
meal.
you've had in a while.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice choice of meat. This is so much fun. Tulak's so bad at this.
Like I hope you like it. All right.
It's great.
Okay. So whatever conversation.
It would be so terribly awkward, but it would he's trying to be kind. He's trying not to talk about work because the Rojas family just basically got onto him. Jade's
Okay.
not here to think for him, so kind of stumbling. He's kind of kind. He still doesn't know if he's supposed to pay for this or not. If you get my drift, he
Okay.
doesn't actually know what's happening. He's kind of slow on the uptake.
Okay. She's eaten like 3 bites of her steak, but has been like playing with her fork the entire time, just staring at you.
He keeps looking at the door to see if Jade or Cedric are...
That door is shut.
Oh, no! Oh, that's so funny. Okay. He's definitely sweating. So, if you're watching this, Tulak is sitting up completely straight. He's definitely almost knocked his water over like 5 times. He is very awkward, covered in sweat, probably a little pale.
Are you getting too warm? She like starts unbuttoning.
Oh no! Actually, I'm a little chilled. You think I could go get some more water from downstairs?
Is Cedric back to the hotel?
Yeah, you're back to the hotel by now. Yeah.
I want Cedric to be out of breath.
Oh, you're definitely out of breath.
So he busts open the door out of breath to Jeremiah and Jade and
Frederick will pull out his knife just for the record.
Frederick, and he's like, the girl, she brought Tulak up to her room.
Oh, you're breaking into their room. Oh, I thought you were breaking into the room I was in. That's why I was startled.
No.
Okay, got you.
No.
Sorry.
No,
I was...
I'm back at where Jade and Frederick is.
Jade would close the...
Glad his date didn't get canceled. You want to open your present now?
No. You think of it like this. He has no idea what he's doing. Something could go very wrong very quick.
Jade would close her book and she'd go, well, Cedric, are you just going to go up there with him? What's your plan?
No. I'm just saying, be ready for anything.
Well,
Yeah, I think we kind of always are.
the matter
No,
at
on second
hand...
thought, actually, this might be a good confidence boost for him.
You know, you're right. He's had a lot of things happen lately that I feel like has definitely taken a couple notches down on his confidence. So,
If you're going back over there, though, Cedric, do me a favor. If he doesn't leave her the address to the hotel, you leave the address to the hotel.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, I'll go back, but I want to open my gift first.
I really don't know.
Might as well.
He would be
Okay,
good
so,
for the rest of your room.
Are you gonna open it in front of everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it has a note saying don't do that.
No. It doesn't have a note or anything. It's gonna be. It only has 4 nails in it. So like the 4 corners of the box. So you're gonna like
Okay.
pry it up with your knife or something?
I guess so. Does anybody have something that would work with this? I would use my knife, but I don't want to break it or anything.
No one has a crowbar.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
Dang it. Okay, I'm using my knife.
Okay, well I'm gonna. It was just kind of just tapped in, and you
Okay.
lift the cover, and there's just straw on the top.
Okay.
What's under the
Anything
straw?
under? Do I pull apart the straw?
You start moving the straw, and something kind of pops straight up, and like that, and kind of flings straw on you. It's Stinky, the that marionette stuffed skunk.
Jade definitely would have like. And then she just put her pistol
Well,
away.
but it looks straight up terrifying.
Yeah,
Remember? You're just-
yeah.
I don't think you've
Yeah,
ever seen
you
me
know-
before.
No, that's
I
what
didn't know what to
Oh my
expect, but I'm
god.
not surprised.
And it in its hand, it's like holding a note.
I would like to read the note.
Okay. And it's like beautiful handwriting, but like super small letters on a really bigger card. To my good friend, I hope Stinky's presence is as sweet as yours was to me.
Oh,
Oh.
Cedric.
Wow.
The day
Seth is
before
my
Valentine's
homie.
Day, no less. I'm just kidding.
Well, now I need to send him a gift back.
That would be
Jeremiah?
the courteous.
That's the old lady.
Let me look in my inventory. You guys go ahead. I'm going to look for a gift.
Okay.
Frederick, should we address the old lady?
Oh,
Should we do what?
Should we deal with the old lady situation or discuss it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Such a good idea.
Because I don't know the correct way to handle this, but I know we have to be as discreet as possible. But what are the odds we have to fight something again?
is one of you watching TV?
The parents in the background. I will mute up.
Okay. I was like,
It's like there's some kind of background audio. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I just was curious.
The gift was so touching that there's background music.
but the room does smell like a little bit like skunk now. So
Oh,
Jeremiah's like, why'd you open it?
You can't get up and leave.
he's like,
I hate this group of people.
Well, I mean, it all comes down to I just don't know.
Neither do I.
I mean, she's an old lady. She's lived her life. I don't want to say it. It's a terrible thing. On the other hand, we can invite her to Talon's Trail.
And be kind. Put some good into the. Oh, I'm not there. Sorry.
Because she, as an individual, is not a bad lady, right? You had a conversation with her.
I did not feel like she was a bad woman when I talked to her. So there's my thoughts on that. But I also know that we have to do right by the Rojas family, since we obviously have not done the whole things right.
Yeah, I know. I understand that.
No. Read what they were. No, read what they are.
Well,
You understand, right?
how about
Explain it to him.
how's this sound?
My resistance is way higher, so that's what I'm going for.
No, do you know what that means?
Turning her down, I would assume.
Explain to him.
Listen.
Dear God.
Help me, I'm trying.
Wait, I'm so confused. What
I
is going
tried to
on?
do
I
this.
can't see.
I texted him something.
Oh. Still definitely resistance, but hopefully that's polite, because my society's trash.
I hope you're understanding, like, so... Okay, never mind.
Like turning her down, right?
Just
No! Society would be turning her down. The other one is how long...
So you mean endurance?
Yes!
I didn't get the
That's
second
why I
part.
texted you!
I didn't get the resistance part, so okay.
Society it is! So
Valentine's Day episode.
I'm gonna spend a fortune to get another dice.
Momentum?
And a momentum too.
Okay.
Gosh.
So you mean a dread?
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Okay.
because the fortune just gives me 2 successes, right?
Yeah. Do you have a fortune?
I do.
So you're getting 4 dice for this?
No, I just need 3
Oh.
dice. Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot that this doesn't give me dice. It just gives the automatic successes.
Yeah. But it counts towards the dice, so.
What'd you have?
Critical fail.
I've got 3 successes and a beautiful natural 20.
Yes.
Outstanding.
The only time we're all like,
And a
yeah!
And a 17.
And a 17.
Do you have training in?
No.
So how did you get 3 successes?
The fortune.
The fortune. If you do you have a focus in society?
I rolled a 3 and then my fortune. So my target number is 7. So my 3 gave me 1 success.
Yeah.
Then my fortune gave me 2 additional.
It only gives you 2 if you have a focus in it. So that's just a
so
two
it's a
suc-
wasted fortune.
No, you got 1
so you-
additional.
yeah. So you got 2
Oh,
successes.
I see. Oh,
So you
well,
have 2 successes with
And a
a
natural 20.
and a critical fail. Ooh.
I was gonna role play putting her down so calmly too. I've been thinking this whole time about what to say.
Just
Guys, we gotta leave town now.
burn it.
This is how Tulog actually dies. All the times we thought he was toast, this is it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to think about this. You guys continue. That's a really bad 2 successes and a critical fail.
I feel like since we haven't seen the old woman in a while, I think we should visit, whether that's now or after Tulok's date. And we can go as a group to visit and just kind of do like a fill the room out, I suppose, because if it fills off, then I think we know how to proceed, but otherwise we know
We could always ask her, "Are you possessed?"
Yeah. I think it'd be a good thing.
Yes, excuse me, madam, are you possessed?
I personally don't really want to fight the thing that you
Again?
guys described and the
Again.
thing that we fought again, so but
I agree.
I mean, if that's what we gotta do, I guess that's what we gotta do, but we need to do it out of town
So we need to trank her.
because we can't have something like that happen again in town. So we could kidnap the old woman.
Yes.
Good lord.
You could pose as a someone with a significant other who feels maybe threatened. You might have to change your demeanor because I don't think any man could threaten you, but regardless. And then you have some tea or coffee with her. We drug that drink with sleeping agent, and we take her. Then we say, ooh, this looked better in my mind. I don't know what to go from there.
Oh my gosh.
Throw her in the back of a coach and right on out.
Well, maybe we should sleep on this for the night.
Well, yeah, I have a fear that someone else might not be able to sleep on this tonight.
I also fear that, and with the way the conversation went with Javier, I really don't want to mess this up again. So,
I know. Yep.
So I guess we could do it tonight. We can go over there.
It's like 4:30 right now. Like literally not much
Oh.
time has really passed.
Okay, I was thinking it was later. Okay.
Because my date was at 4.
Yeah, his day was at 4.
Her shop is on kind of like the edge of town.
So wait, what if we plan to drug this old lady and she's completely innocent?
Well,
That'll
it
be on
doesn't
your
matter.
conscience for the rest of your life.
Just added to the list for too long.
I don't
Yeah.
think Cedric has a conscience anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't really matter because we were asked to take her out.
Yeah.
To handle the situation.
That's true. So we could send her to the town with Thaddeus and everybody. But if she has the demon thing
I
with
was
her,
just
that's
gonna
a
say, that's
terrible
just
idea.
transferring the problem.
Well, I mean, we're just going to make sure that absolutely no domestic violence happens in our town then.
How
Yeah.
about above
We're
the
good
table?
advocates.
Can we just check in through the spyglass and have Cedric look and see if she's still there? Did the sending her back through the body, like,
Oh, we could do that. Yeah, we could. When we get there, we can have Cedric look through his little glass.
because if she's no longer attached to the old lady, then it's kind of a moot point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's a good game plan. Walk in, have Cedric look through his spyglass,
Just check and see.
look for the demon thing.
Okay.
If the demon thing's there, then
Bullet, bullet, gun.
the old lady's probably
Which
gonna go.
I would gladly present that tonight would be an opportune moment to
During the
disguise the sound of gunshots.
Yes, with everything going on with the
But if she
mines.
has the ghost thing, we probably got to use something in Sorcelled. Right? So probably not a gun.
Yeah, well, kill the lady, that's for sure. But
Well, if you shot.
it just
You
wouldn't
kill her
kill
twice.
Just to remind you, when you use certain bullets, like weird sparks and weird things were flying from the wounds. So
That's true.
Yes, because I had my.
you were using the silver bullets. You weren't using the other ones.
Yep. Okay. Does anybody have silver with them besides me?
My knife. I'm not there, but
And you do have 2 golden bullets too.
Yep.
All right, Tulok.
yes, sir.
What were you going to say to her?
I was going to very politely scoot my chair back, and I'm assuming I had a napkin on my leg, so I would set that on the table. And I would say, I have been so touched by your kindness tonight, and I would be happy to pay for dinner and just to appreciate all of the thought you put into this. I have to go check on my team and go back to work. But I'm so grateful for your time, and I hope that you will forgive me this lapse in decorum.
That was a big wood for Dulok.
It
Yeah,
was. Decorum is a big word. But he heard Jade say it as the Rojas family. So.
She is straight up confused.
Oh.
You could totally tell that she was confused. So you just leave it?
Unfortunately, yes. But it's not a reflection of you. It's a reflection of my pressing schedule.
Tell her you didn't want to miss out
Oh.
on the opportunity. to
Schedule's
see
more
her.
important than the
But
person.
I
So-
could not miss out on an opportunity to see you, even if it was just for a short while.
Okay. She puts her napkin down pretty abruptly and goes to the door, opens it. Well, I guess enjoy work.
How much can I leave for the dinner and your time?
I thought this was a date.
Riz.
Yeah, you're taking the biggest L right now.
Here's the truth, madam. I'm terrible at this, and I've never actually pursued anyone romantically. So I feel like I may have made a mistake, and I am deeply sorry if I've caused any confusion or pain. And he's just gonna kind of hang his head sadly, kind of walk past her.
You've never pursued anyone before?
Never.
You hear the door click again.
What was that? Oh, like she closed it?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh,
Because you failed. You did the complication.
You fumbled the bag.
no! Does that mean I'm trapped on the inside or outside of the room?
Inside the room with her.
I didn't fumble the bag.
I thought you were on the outside.
That's what I was like, maybe I don't think you understand what's
this is a
happening.
big failure for Tulok, though.
Well, no, because it's the opposite of what he wanted. It's a complication.
Yeah. That's not a critical fail. That was a critical success.
He said the Riz on this guy. That's outside the door. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
Yep. That's actually what's going on.
Ah. It's a big night for TikTok, guys. Oh. Put that
Tulok invented Riz.
back up! I can just picture the most high-pitched scream.
Are you just trying to get out of the room now?
You just hear the handle turning.
You can just hear his fingernails cracking on the head. He's like, ah!
She'll let you leave if you really want to, but she was seemed to be pretty eager.
Nah, go for it, Tulok.
What's that movie
Yeah.
where they end up just playing chess or something instead?
What movies do you watch?
Dude, you're getting,
No,
Oh, they're like jumping on the bed.
you're
No, I'm
getting
talking
down.
about the
It's
ping
your
pong
time to
movie.
shine.
Ping pong?
Balls of Fury, is that what it is? The ping pong?
I think, yeah.
It's a very similar
Get
situation.
some
to that
soft
movie.
jazz going.
What did you say, Caleb?
I said get some soft jazz going.
I thought that was some music starting. I was like,
Tulok would extricate himself.
Extricate.
Yeah, he would make an exit.
Okay, so you're like running.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, well,
Dive out the window.
there's not a window.
Yeah, it's a closed room.
Oh.
Jeff, your gif is.
help me! Help me!
Okay, so you exit, and she like busts out of the room, like kind of going like barely covered, just like
I just imagine.
and like turns.
I just imagine he has like lipstick all over it.
Oh,
his
for
clothes
sure.
are all,
Yeah,
like,
For sure.
messy
And
and
I've
stuff.
probably still got one boot in the room. Like.
That you didn't take off yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Oh.
Yo, Tulok's a loser.
Yeah, probably.
That was so hard to figure out what that like.
That was funny.
I thought he exited and she shut the door on him, but that was even better.
Ah.
All right, so
And then
you're.
Eric-
You should have made him roll to see if he could open the door in time. He get drugged back into the room.
Yeah, Yeah.
No, I don't want
it's
to
an
actually
escape
fight her.
room. Because he could have physically harmed her.
Yeah, I don't want to actually.
She's not as tough as.
You roll the complication. You cut off her entire head. No.
So you're.
Hey, that'd be good for you, though.
Do you honestly want to leave your boot behind?
No, I'll take
Go
it.
take it.
Okay.
Go get
You gotta go knock on the door to get your boot back.
Get my boot back. No, I'll
Wait,
take,
skip to the
I'll just take
story.
it in my hand or
Can I
something.
have my boot? And then she takes you back in.
But I'm gonna make sure that the lipstick and everything is still 100% visible whenever I catch up to the gang.
I'm just imagining you're booking it. You're like,
Yeah.
just,
Yeah. I'm gonna open the door to the group.
I just imagine
You guys
Dave
are
has,
not
like,
gonna believe what just happened to me.
Keep it to yourself.
Cedric walks up to shake his hand. He's teary-eyed. I'm so proud of you.
And Frederick checks his watch.
And Jeremiah's like, lightweight.
Give him a break. Give him a break, guys. It's his first time.
Tulak's
His first
thinking
time.
that Cedric means that, like, good job for getting away. He doesn't know Cedric meant good job for going all the way, so he shakes his hand.
You left the address, right?
I did leave the address as quick as I could.
Good for you.
Like,
Yeah.
talk about this.
Yep.
It's comedy gold.
Look at this man growing up. Finally getting some hair on his chest.
Let's just hope he doesn't sacrifice them to any other magic weapons.
Speaking of sacrifices, what'd you guys decide with the old lady?
Yes, we're going to drug her.
First, Secret, we are actually gonna go back there to visit, and you're gonna look through your little eyeglass to see if we see anything with her.
Yes, and then we drug her.
I'll let you know who needs to be drugged and at what time.
Okay, well,
But
I've
you
got
can
the
keep that.
drugs.
Yeah, you can keep it on you. Just I'll let you know when.
So Jeremiah goes and grabs his hat and starts slowly getting up. All right.
Hey, I think you can stay.
Anything we can get you before we leave, bud?
Well, that'd be great if I wasn't in the hotel somewhere else.
Do you want me to mention your name over at a certain place that we might pass along the way?
we can give the address and say you're not feeling very well. Wink, wink. Wink, wink.
I will handshake Cedric for that. I'll go. You son of a.
No, it's the it's that meme or whatever where they like clasp hands and they're like flexing.
With the big muscle arms.
Mine's a
You know
metal
what that
hand.
movie
yours
is?
is
You know what that's
regular.
from? Predator.
God, I know
I was
where
thinking
it's
of the
from.
cartoon one. Yeah, the real one you're talking about.
Is that
yeah.
Rock?
No, that's Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, Schwarzenegger and I forgot his name.
Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the cartoon where they're kind of. You know what I'm about? I'll find out. I'll show it.
Oh, great. All right. So, are you guys heading that
We're
way?
heading to her shop.
Okay.
But along the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I've already got the address written down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're stopping in, and are you going to the bartender, pretty much?
That's so funny that they're stopping back in.
Yep.
I would not go in.
Jade would go in to see if she can.
I'll go in
That's so funny.
and I'll give it to like the other girls that were with Tulak, you know, like exclude her because that's Tulak's girl, or what we think is Tulak's girl.
Oh, you see Megan. She looks livid.
Oh, well, if Jade
Yeah,
sees that.
she's
Oh, No.
Yeah.
Tulok's not in there
Tulok
for the
finished.
record.
Hey, he went too fast. I would be mad too.
Well,
Yeah, she's like, and she sees you, Cedric, and just kind of walks off.
something tells
Cedric's
me.
oblivious. He think Tulok didn't do a good job.
Well, and she was definitely talking
See what I'm saying?
to other girls. So you hand the note to them, and they're like, oh, Jeremiah, they're just like they.
He's
large
not
group of
feeling
them
very
kind
well,
of
if you know what I mean.
go that way.
Wink.
Something tells me that Tulok's date did not go well.
So there were 5 women that kind of went to make sure that Jeremiah heals up better.
Did they walk by him?
Yep, and they do. They give him the stink eye.
Tulok's
Wait,
just resigned to his fate.
that's actually 5 women walking by you giving the death glare. Just roll a discipline.
Roll what?
A discipline.
This is the only thing I'm good at in this whole game. 3 successes.
Okay, you get that feeling. Okay. So you guys go to.
We go to the shop.
Yep. And she's like buttoning things up.
Oh, the shopkeeper.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Oh. I was like, oh, you mean this? Okay, we
Yeah.
moved on to shop, right?
Yeah. So she said, "Oh, you're back. I'm closing up shop soon, but do you need anything?"
Well, I have that hat that I grabbed.
Yep.
I picked up this hat, and I was wondering if you could potentially repair it or fix it, because it looks like it has a little bit of a tear on the front of it.
That looks like Jenna's hat.
I'm gonna nudge Cedric to look through the stone thing.
To look through the eyeglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's distracting him. I'm gonna.
You're gonna look through the eyeglass.
Yeah.
It's crazy that she knew whose hat it is.
Which one do I roll?
Did you just
Cool.
make Jenna that hat?
A few days ago. Is she all right that you have it?
Well, I found the hat, so I am unaware of her
Just
current
barely 2
whereabouts.
successes.
Okay, good.
I got 2 successes, Froggy,
For your discipline?
on my spyglass. Yeah.
Okay.
Discipline?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Just barely.
you start. Where are you looking? Just tell me kind of where you're looking in the room.
Just basically where we saw it last, which was like behind her, wasn't there?
It was in the general vicinity of her,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of looking everywhere just to see it, or what do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what we're looking for? We're looking for
Yeah.
that being.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically, just general vicinity of the shop,
Okay. All right.
maybe.
If you're kind of looking around, you do see Kent by Jade. What?
This guy at the Super Bowl party, totally unrelated. It would be a rabbit trail.
Oh. I'm glad I didn't go, I guess.
It's funny, but
You're looking around. You're not seeing the entity at the moment.
Oh, cool.
Do you need this fixed soon? Because I could go up and fix it right now. Do you want tea?
I would love some tea.
Oh,
And if
just-
you don't mind, for my...
Yeah, just come up to, just follow me. And she lifts the thing, and she actually leads you into the upstairs part of her home.
Okay.
I would go over to Frederick and go, I don't see it. It's not here.
You go up the steps, and it's a pretty small living space, but it looks like there's like you've got an open area that's got like the stove, and it looks like 2 bedrooms. And you can roll me a thievery or I'm just gonna say thievery
Yeah,
because
I was
you'd be
gonna say.
noticing.
Keep your house clean while you're there.
Wait, Froggy, is it just her up there?
And do you still have the monocle on?
I have 4 successes.
God.
No, I would take it off, and that's when I would whisper it to
It's the
Frederick. I don't see it.
Okay. The room straight. You see a lot of wear going in and out of it on the floor. The room to the left, you can see like there's dust. So you definitely know that no one's gone in that room. But there is. It seems like 1 or 2 footprints. Like your experience with things that someone who goes in that room maybe like once a month, kind of thing. So she puts a kettle on, and then she actually starts doing that and just like, there's a lot of commotion today.
Yes, there has been. Okay, above tabletop. I don't think we should kill her since we don't see the thing. So I think we should persuade her to go to leave town and have Thaddeus set a shop up for her. Are we kind of all on the same page?
Whatever you want.
How do we know the entity's not back there in those rooms?
Well,
Go check.
Because I'm not back there.
well, we're all up there. We all went upstairs.
Yeah, all y'all went
Oh, we are?
all y'all went upstairs. That's why I asked
Oh.
about the monocle.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna put it back on, and I'll roll again.
All right. Just make sure you keep spending your despair.
Oh no.
There's been a lot of recently very crazy things happen lately, don't you think?
Wait, isn't if you don't have a focus in it and you roll in that one,
It's just
is that
one
2?
then. It's just counts
It's
as
just
a one.
one?
Then. Yeah. You don't have a
Okay.
focus in discipline? Huh? Thought you did. Okay.
So that would just be 1 success then.
Oh. Splendid.
Can I look?
I don't suppose I can encourage you to be disciplined to assist you. Saying that we need this to work.
Put your hand on my shoulder and go, "You got this."
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Really, it's a discipline. That one I don't really think people can really help you with.
I'm gonna counsel you afterwards, I guess, but not really like.
No, I gained 1 extra dice from the dap up we had earlier. It was inspiring.
Well, this is only 3. I rolled really bad for the damage. It's only 3 resolve.
Awesome.
So that's
I can
not.
take that.
Yeah, you totally can, and I know you can.
He's like, resolve.
So, you're. If someone's watching him, like a little bit of blood trickles out of his eye, but he keeps looking through it. You see a faint purple glow coming from that first room, like from underneath the door.
I'll with my left, well, probably holding it with the left hand. Take it down, and then I'll nudge Frederick and point at the door, just like slightly, not like saying anything.
Would I have seen
And then
that?
see, I hand him the monocle just in case he wants to give it an attempt.
Okay. You're kind of paying attention to her. I don't necessarily think you'd be.
I would have been watching Cedric.
Okay, so the three guys know that one room. So, are you going to bring that to Jade's attention, or just kind of let her?
Jade, don't you think this home is really lovely? Would you like to see some of these other rooms? I'm sure they're beautiful.
Well, we'd have to ask our gracious host.
Sure. If only she's comfortable with it, of course.
Oh, well, this is my kitchen and table, and I'm so sorry I don't have enough regular chairs for everyone. It brought like different stools and like used a crate for people.
Oh, it's quite all right. We're still very gracious for your hospitality and your beautiful home.
Thank you. There's my bedroom, and that was my daughter's.
What happened to your daughter? I'm gonna kind of subtly.
Well, that's the kettle. She just turns.
And when she turns around, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and I'm over here like. We're like.
I'm gonna gesture at my knife.
Are there any pictures of her daughter?
Yeah, are there any pictures on the walls anywhere? That I would have saw with my 4 successes.
Yeah, you actually saw into her soul.
Yeah.
I saw inside the room.
You stole her joy.
echolocation.
You know exactly how her daughter died.
Okay, there is like a there is a painting, and the male one, the face is kind of smudged out, but she's holding a child.
The male face was smudged. Makes sense.
I remember she mentioned her husband, but who was deceased.
I wonder if the husband did something to the daughter and the daughter's ghost killed him.
So are you?
That was
guys
above table.
I know.
Okay.
Are you guys wanting me to?
Can we get that door open somehow?
What are you wanting me to do? We were supposed to be talking to her. We're in a very small space. So.
I'm open to ideas. I just think
Like.
I know, it'd be so rude though.
I can.
Discreetly kick the door open.
What if I fake pass out?
I think that's dramatic. It's not that serious.
It would distract her.
I mean,
That's true.
if she does that,
And then see, well, then I could go look in the door.
I can run over and like medical, whatever.
And Frederick can
Act
keep her
like-
focused on
Well,
you.
I don't want to stress the old lady out.
I think. Oh, there's a timer. Let's make it.
Okay.
Well,
I think
they-
you should sweet talk her into taking us in the room if you can to see to celebrate her daughter's life or something. Worst
She
case,
just met us,
worst case scenario, we just
Berlin
come back
National
tonight when
Library.
she's sleeping and open the door.
Okay. Okay, well, Jade's gonna
Where's
sit
Jeremiah when you need him?
in one of the chairs that she's offered,
Okay.
and I'm hoping these gentlemen will just leave the space for her to sit next to me.
Of course.
So, and that we're all well behaved when she returns.
Well,
into the room.
she doesn't sit down. She serves you the tea, and then she's holding the hat, and then kind of shuffles over and grabs some things and brings it back to the table, and then I don't see the. Did you damage the hat? What did you damage on the hat?
Because all of them had like ribbon and really nice things to it around it.
It had ribbon, and then there was
the veil piece.
the black veil.
So Jade would have taken her knife and frayed the ribbon, nearly completely separate, and then she wouldn't have pulled the veil completely off, but just so it was like super distorted and like stretched out on one side.
Okay. Oh.
So it almost looks like maybe like it had gotten like smashed, like
Okay.
or like yanked, like the veil got caught in a door or something. Is kind
Okay.
of what
Okay.
I'm imagining. So it doesn't look like something's happened to Jenna. It's
Okay.
just more like the hat's been
Okay.
damaged.
Well, she makes pretty quick work of taking that ribbon off, and then she very delicately takes the veil part off and sets it down for one moment, and then just kind of stands up and goes straight to that room.
Can I use my thievery to like follow behind her quietly?
You'd roll. To like stealth behind her. That would be a stealth because you're going to be getting up
I was already standing. Would it be easier for me to do it?
to reposition yourself in the room. Like, let me set up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay,
Actually,
so-
my stealth is decent. So
So this is. Okay, let me put. Here's that room, her room, and then you are all in this area, this vicinity. And this will be her. And then, like, here's her stove. Okay.
so which room is the room she's going into? That one.
This one.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I guess I'll use a stealth. I'm not. My goal is to not go like in the room with her because
You just want
obviously
to
she's gonna
see into the room.
Yes, because obviously
Okay.
she's gonna turn around. I want to be basically in the doorway where I can like do a real quick maybe a thievery check at that point to look in the room.
Okay. Well, you already
And then
rolled
step away.
the 4 thievery. Let's see.
Okay.
I'll have that one carry over if you succeed on this stealth. Now this is in the woman's home, so it's a small space.
I'll give you a dread
Okay.
for extra dice.
You want one of my fortune?
2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Okay. The door creaks inward, and it's a very dark room. 'Cause, like, there's no light in there. And you did roll the 4. There seems to be like a smaller bed, and looks like there's a figure laying on the bed. Like, just, yeah.
Like a corpse figure?
Just like
Yeah, like a figure, like somebody's laying in bed.
That's the room where the light was coming from in the monocle, yes?
Correct.
You should look through the monocle.
I'm
Cedric.
gonna throw on the monocle.
Oh, we gave it to Frederick, that's right.
Well, Jade would have to, so.
Oh, yes,
You could step over her. You're taller. Like, just look over her head, I mean.
How much time do we realistically have?
Well,
like, am I able to like turn
Well,
around and have a conversation with
not
her?
necessarily a conversation. You could be like.
Yeah. That's kind of what
You
I'm
could be
thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I turn around and
Okay,
try
so-
to describe that there's
all right, so-
a body.
I'm just gonna say that you understand that, Frederick, because you just were given the monocle.
right.
Roll your discipline first.
Okay.
You need 2 successes. I have my dice ready.
I don't think she's a bad woman.
I'm gonna give you a dread.
Alrighty.
You're probably right.
Yep.
Probably not. Gosh, that's a huge pile of dread.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Feels like that.
It was bigger, like a couple games ago.
Oh, I remember that very well.
I remember that faithful day.
Okay. I've got 2 successes.
Splendiferous. Spend the despair, and you just kind of stand up and you fake like a stretch with the monocle over your good eye, and you look quick. Somehow, as you're looking into that dark room, it becomes clear. It looks like a girl. Like a 5 or 6-year-old girl doll is laying on the bed.
Huh.
and it's like in burial clothes,
Yeah.
and like she walks over and takes the black fabric and just sets it down, and then grabs another piece that didn't look like it was there, but it's there now, next to it. Just grabs it and turns around.
Okay, well, Jade would sit back down.
Okay.
Don't put the hat on.
No, but I'm gonna ask her where she gets her fabrics.
Oh, good idea.
You also saw the apparition was definitely over that doll.
Son.
It's a daughter, actually, but
Would you tell us that you saw it before she got out of the room? Or, like, signal that you saw it?
Let me kind of describe what you... The apparition was hovering with the head lulled down, and it looked like there was... like shadowy but purpley strings kind of coming off of the figure on the bed, going up into the flowing dress of the apparition.
so we need to get that thing out of town is what we need to do. But don't let too much touch it.
Huh.
So that thing and the old lady need to go.
Should we offer the... No, can we offer... Do you think we should still offer to move her to the other town?
Yeah.
It's worth an offer.
I'll write a very lengthy letter to Darius beforehand.
Okay, so what I'll do is... Are you already noticed that you're standing in the doorway?
I would have moved back at this point before she's...
Yeah, so you kind of just... Frederick, what you would have done is just kind of took a step on the other side of the table and just kind of stretched and looked quick, because Jade kind of like motioned for you quickly. And both of you are getting... I'm going to say that you get back to your spots quick enough.
Perfect.
Okay.
This is an old woman. She does not move super quickly. So.
Okay, so...
So Frederick's the expert on creepy dolls. I think she know what to do.
True.
I think Edmund is the expert on creepy dolls.
You take that.
Oh, that's true. So I already took the monocle off and I hand it back. And when the old lady comes back into the room, I will say, "Ma'am, I don't want to sound rude, but I don't believe that a lot of people here truly respect your art. And so myself and my companions were talking about it. We were wondering if maybe you would ever think about moving."
To share your wonderful hats and fabrics with other people.
That really never crossed my mind.
My employer is a very generous man who would be able to pay for all relocation of all your personal belongings and establish a shop for you, if that was something you were interested in.
Well, my family's buried here.
Oh.
I'll have you roll a persuasion, but what else are you going to say?
I can make up something much better for you.
I'm not ever going to mention moving someone's
Remains? Yeah, probably not.
We won't offer to move anything like that, but we can potentially keep this shop here and have a shop opened elsewhere for you so you can travel back and forth between the two. From personal experience, I would say sometimes moving on can be very healing if you feel.
Wait, could you move her for me?
Top above table. Is it possible to move the body?
Oh,
Without
yeah, of
it-
course.
Okay.
You can always exhume a group. Well,
If that's what you desired, we would be more than happy to look into that for you.
Roll persuade.
I also want to mention that I'm a very counseling person too, so
ooh.
I have one success.
Ooh, one success.
Good.
Can someone
I have
assist?
assisted with that.
Well, yeah, Frederick's been talking.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you can assist.
Come on, Frederick.
Alright. Let's see what happens here. Are you counting this as society, council, persuade? You said, right? Never mind.
Persuade. Yeah.
I just gotta find it. Okay, yeah, one success.
So you've got 2 successes with the 2 of you, and you did actually say that you would be willing to
As she wished. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. As long as she can come with. And then she just starts tearing up, and she's just kind of like mumbling. Should have left when I still had her.
Can I reach out and put my hand on her?
You touching like the coldest old lady hands.
Yeah, I figure as much, but
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
feels.
Yeah. So however you want to continue with that.
I would ask, are there any other special requests or things that we need to be aware about when I contact my employer?
My textiles and fabrics and things will need to be moved. That's about it. I don't think I need anything else. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. You have been so very kind to us, so we wanted to extend our offer to you.
Oh. Frederick, was it? You're still looking mighty sharp in your hat.
I love my hat. Thank you so much. And I take it off.
We should do a switcheroo on the body.
Hold it to my chest, you know?
No, I think we should.
We should, but we should give her a fake one and bury it.
So,
Well, it's buried in the grave. That's not her actual body in the bedroom. It's a doll.
Right.
So what body are you talking about switching?
Oh, okay. Well, never mind.
I'm confused.
I thought she was asking for the doll. Is what I thought. Not that literal
Nope.
decaying body of her daughter.
no, she was...
Oh.
You guys specified exhuming and moving.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
corpse.
Alright, cool.
Well, I would imagine we would stay for tea and
Okay.
chit chat with her, and we just wouldn't get up and
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Jade would write a very, very long letter to Thaddeus.
Dulux says hi.
Can't believe what Tulok did.
Yeah, no
He
kidding.
stabbed me. So anyway.
Oh gosh,
Right.
do you
I would
write
not-
that?
No.
in the-
No, I would not say
Okay.
that. I would leave the. So I would include the other incidents, but I would not include
Okay.
that I was stabbed by Tulok.
Okay. Wow.
And I would get that mailed off pronto.
Okay,
And then
she does give you like directions to
okay.
give to Edmund,
Oh,
pretty much.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do we do with the doll?
Well,
That's up to her.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then at that point, we would need to tell Javier. So whether that's over dinner or we contact him, we need to let him know that her shop will be closing.
So they have done. You could do a telegraph to him, but it would be, of course, limited amount what you could actually say.
Sure.
And then the letter would take. Do you remember how long it took to get here on the
4
train?
days.
Yes, I remember.
So that's
I would send a telegraph to expect a letter, but to open a hat shop.
okay.
And then I would basically be like, mail coming, and then send a letter as well.
Okay. So the telegraph station is like a pretty much you do that, and one of the deputies is sent off, who is very excited to leave town to go drop it off to the train station. So if you remember, this was October 12th. This all happened on the 12th. So, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do today?
It's been a busy day.
I don't think that there's anything else that Jade feels needs to be done besides just notifying Javier.
Okay, which you pretty much would tell, like, Sebastian, the sheriff, and the
just
deputies.
let him know that it's being handled. The hat shop will be closing.
Okay.
But other than that, Jade does not have anything else that she needs to do today.
Okay. Are you gonna like keep tabs on the hat shop until then? Like,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask like overnight, during the day, or what? Like just
Ugh, probably. We're probably gonna have to keep somebody on the house.
Okay.
So I guess we can take shifts watching the house, excluding Jeremiah.
okay. So who's watching that first night then?
Jade will do it the first night.
Okay. Just roll me an observation.
3 successes.
Okay. So you're staying up like the entire night?
We can change the shifts if you want.
We should like split the night in half, probably.
So you're the
That's a
beginning
lot.
part or the second
I'm the
part?
second part.
Okay.
So whoever wants to.
I'll do the first part.
Okay.
You roll an observation as well.
I think I remember where all these are. Just 1 success.
Okay. With your 1 success, you see the deputies and the sheriff, like they're Sebastian is like downing this mug of coffee, shaking his head, walking the streets, and then you see the deputy like pass by doing the same thing. Like they've got like coffee stations just to stay up because they were told to stay up.
Yeah, periodically, yeah.
With your 3 successes, it's about 3:30, and like where do you imagine Jade would post up? Is she like across the street?
Should be across the street.
Okay, you're just kind of watching the street and there you do. It was about 1 o'clock. You heard a. Remember, they were blasting.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I
Yeah.
was like, what is going on?
And
Okay.
there was a pretty good shake. So you're like, that's a lot of. That's a
Yeah.
big black. But now the thinking of it, if you would have done that during the day, if there would have been a whole bunch of dust, that people would have had to possibly deal with it.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, so like after things kind of settle down because dust could kind of rattled down from things. About 3:30, you hear a and there's my shadow moving on the top of her hat shop, and that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh no.
It's the rope monster.
Yep.
All right. Well,
How exciting.
did everyone have fun?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yup.
Well, good.
Love it.
And we'll pick up. That'll be next month. We'll figure out the date for that one. But this next Monday will be that'll be a D&D game, and then the following one will be Grittin with you guys. So
Yep.
Nice.
We'll be back.
see you guys next time.